Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and Blizzard has hinted at a major balance patch, or at least a spicy one, coming later this month, which, well, we'll talk about what that could be, and also the fact that it's kind of saddening that they're saying later this month and not like next week. Speculate on one that could be, as well as there was a patch that went live. You might have noticed it on your client that didn't seem to do anything. I'll give you an update on exactly what that was, as well as a way for you to get free packs today by just watching a short Twitch stream. Pretty fun event too that you might want to check out, but at the very least you can get some free stuff today, so I want to let you guys know all about that. And of course, just to give a friendly reminder, if you enjoy the content on the channel, feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below, give the video a like. We are on the road to 69,420 subs because I'm 12 and I'm gonna say that. So yes, Aleko Gariko tweeted this out yesterday, basically saying he had some great chats today about our next balance patch, which is coming later this month, which again, this meta, if for a lot of us, including myself, I don't know if you watch my streams at all, I'm not so happy playing standard these days. The games are just, they're over before they begin. It doesn't feel like Hearthstone to me. Minion trading's like at a minimal. There's like no value. It's just, you die, you die, you die. But regardless, we kept a close eye on all your feedback over the break, and we'll be keeping it in mind as we work on the update. So for me, when I see that, is like, there's been a lot of, please bring Prince Renethal back. Is Prince Renethal gonna get reverted? I would be shocked, because I don't think that nerf was made for balance purposes. It was made to, you know, speeden the game up. It was getting too slow, but now it's like way too fast, and they're gonna try and find that happy medium they're looking for, and I don't think they want to use the Renethal band-aid to do that, which is fine, but we need a major patch to do that, and probably then some. He said, as mentioned in the patch notes, we'll be looking to do some more spicy changes than we did in the previous patch. So it's like a shout out to Alec Dawson, who once said spicy changes, and then the patch was like a dud. It's like barely anything. It's like, why'd you say spicy? But regardless, they're saying they're going to do a lot more than the last patch, which did see like 4 rogue nerfs, a demon hunter nerf, or a couple of them. There was a lot of changes, and that probably means buffs to go alongside things. I'm always wary about buffs because the power level of cards are already so ridiculous. Let's bring it down and not bring it up, because, you know, all of a sudden when that card that you buff that doesn't really do much right now gets some support later on, it becomes more problematic. It was mentioned by Aleko here that a soft goal for the patch will be to slow the game speed down slightly. I think we need a little bit more than slightly, and saying that in spicy, oh man, this will be interesting to see how it plays out. But yeah, I at least I feel like slightly it might not be good enough. Take a look at the Hearthstone meta. You take a look at the top decks, what's going to get hit. Rogue is basically tier S right now, according to Aegis Replay. You take a look on Twitter, people's matchups. It's like overwhelmingly Rogue. And it got nerfed 4 times last patch, and it's still by far the best class, at least at higher ranks. It's really hard to defeat. I think Vicious Syndicate in their latest data report said there's basically no really good hard counter to Rogue, so good luck with that. So yeah, taking a look at Rogue, I think they need an actual kick in the butt. No nudging, nothing like that. The big offender, Wild Paw Knoll coming down on like turns 2 and 3. That needs to change. This card needs to go to like 7 or 8, or just destroy the interaction by rewording it that it has with either Maestra or Potion Belt, something like that. But bumping about putting back to like 6 will basically do nothing. It would be irrelevant. At the very least, it's got to be 7, but I would like to see it go more than that, like 7, 8, or better, reword it so that you actually have to, you know, not just play Maestra to abuse it, right? Make it an actual burgle card and not this one burglish style card. If you look at this deck list here, the only burgle card is freaking Maestra. They cut all the burgle cards. Literally every one of them is out, and Potion Belt counts as a burgle card when you're Maestra. So I would expect Knoll to get hit. I'd like to see Shadow Step get hit. I have a feeling they'll finally rotate it in April and just leave it alone till then. But we saw Edwin go to 4 mana, the old Edwin, right before it rotated, and I think Shadow Step deserves that treatment too. And I doubt it. I think more likely Ghoulish Alchemy alchemist either goes up in a mana or your next concoction costs 1. I still don't think you need to nerf the concoction stuff. It's new. It's definitely overpowered, but at the end of the day, I would love to see the other stuff nerfed. And the last suggestion for sure for me is like Sinstone Graveyard. Just take the stealth off of it. Like, it's so frustrating to try and deal with these giant stealth minions. It's awful. If I could actually target them, maybe I have a shot. So I'd love to see them take the stealth off, because this card's still broken and it's still incredibly frustrating to lose to. Other big thing here is Demon Hunter. The top other 3 of the 4 decks are Demon Hunter decks, and you take a look at them. Quest needs to get nerfed. It is just a problem. It's just too much mana cheat. You never play your reward, and when you don't play your reward, something is wrong fundamentally with the quest. It's too much mana cheat. You either increase the requirement by a lot, or you just rework it. They're not going to do that, so I would see it going like draw 5 or 6 cards in a turn. The thing you do with that, though, if they draw the 5 or 6 cards in a turn, then all those become cheaper, and that's maybe a buff. So it's a messy one. It's like, quest lines just suck. I'm sorry. They suck. They've been bad for the game, and they're only good for the game when they're not playable, because then you're not complaining about them. That is the sign of a toxic mechanic where people are only happy when they're not seeing play. But yeah, just kill the card, and you can revert it when it goes to wild, where it's not a big deal there. Sinful Brand, you could bump to 2 mana. It is an incredible amount of damage. Ironically, Feast of Souls, these used to be 2. I don't think you revert that, but oh my god, when it's 0 mana, draw like 4 or 5. It is just stupid. But yeah, and Unleash Fell, I still don't think this should go face. They'll probably make it like 2 mana, adjust it again, but I just like, why does this go face when you have a card like City Tax in the game that is double the cost and doesn't go face? Sure, it doesn't have a mana thirst requirement for the lifesteal, but then you look at Arcane Explosion, and how do you justify it? You just don't. It's blatant power creep. I said that from the day it was released, and yeah, this is the problem you get when you do blatant power creep. The game kind of breaks, and Demon Hunter's doing that, and a large part of it is Unleash Fell, and the rest probably can stay the same. It's just this cheap garbage and the mana cheat that I would hit. And I will mention Shock Spitter Hunter, because it again, I just feel like it would take over that spot, and again, it is a super frustrating deck to face. I argued when this got nerfed the first time, it should have gone to 4. I'm like, double it. It's way too cheap, and you can spam it, and I would make it 4, and it's still probably playable, but this card is just super duper toxic, and maybe you can revert it when you finally deal with Brand, because we know it's not getting dealt with now, but for now, in Standard, at least 4. Gotta hit that, and I think the rest is probably totally fine for Hunter. There are other cards you could look at. This isn't a full-on prediction video. Maybe we'll do that in a couple of days. I will say, for example, like a Phylactery Warlock, again, another super toxic deck that just blows you up without ever having the board. Mithril Rod is still like the best card in the deck. It's kept 95% of the time in the mulligan. I'd rip a durability off this card, because it's still then a Thorson for 5 mana you have to work a little bit for. And just to prove I'm not playing favorites as, you know, the Death Knight guy these days, I would actually nerf Frost Death Knight, because it's also one of those decks that really frustrates people. I don't know how hard I'd hit it, but at least Glacial Advance, either make it not go face or make the mana cheat less, because this card, when you copy it, is just ridiculous. And I'll mention Astalor. I don't think this card should get nerfed yet. It's in like every deck, but again, I feel like it's a Brand problem, it's a Shadow Step problem, and not an Astalor problem. So I'd rather those cards get hit, but we'll have to wait and see. If it's going to be a spicy patch, a lot of this stuff's going to get hit. And yeah, they said later this month, so my guess, we're probably looking at the 17th or 24th. We're probably not going to see a balance patch next week, so maybe we'll do predictions if that doesn't happen next week. But right now, I would think probably one of these 2 weeks. And as for that mystery patch we were talking about, well, Nick Decktech Weiss tweeted out saying it's mostly a behind-the-scenes patch, but there are a few bug fixes in it too. Pretty quickly got some responses from people asking me about potential changes that aren't listed here. He doesn't have any updates on it. There has been no mention of what's going on with the Mal'Ganis portrait, if it's missing stuff. They're going to offer refunds. Nothing there yet. Basically, these were the changes. There was just some solo content stuff where the prologue would put the nodes in the wrong order. There's a bug where the final fight of the Deathlight Prologue would cause a crash for players. So that took like a month to fix. And fixed a bug where some players were blocked from entering the village while playing mobile. So the 5 mercenary players still left can go back to, you know, botting their ladder run or whatever. Sorry, I know there's some Merc players out there, but it's a pretty sad state, especially considering yesterday's video. This was like a 2 gig download though, so a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I didn't hear about anything breaking, but no arena update, no nerfs, nothing like that. So if you did see that patch, that's what was going on. And lastly, the free packs, the free stuff. There is a stream going on today. On Twitch. Basically, it starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific for 2 hours. There will be drops. I didn't see the exact details on it, but it's for that cosplay contest, which Alkali Lake put on. It's going to be really fun. They got judges, and the finalists are all here. Their stuff looks really cool. I recommend at least checking it out, and at the very least, AF King, Twitch, have your account linked, and hopefully the drops actually work this time, right? Hopefully they actually work. But yes, you can see all the cosplays, really cool stuff, very inventive, and good luck to the participants, and good luck to those trying to, you know, get some free packs. I guess I'll link this tweet below if you need to find it or whatever. It's just gonna be on twitch.tv/play Hearthstone. Again, 9 o'clock Pacific time, so that's like noon Eastern time. So there you go. Yeah, balance patch coming soon, TM. Hopefully it's a major one. I'm Nerf Renethal. I know it's not gonna happen, but one can hope, right? We'll keep you guys posted on all the news and events in the Hearthstone world, all that stuff. Enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay salty, my friends.